Oh yeah, it's that time. Reef-A-Palooza 2017 New York. So I want to go over a few things that I think will be beneficial to you and helpful and make you come out on top. So let's get into just a couple things that I have set up because I'm preparing. It's Wednesday. I'm ready to do this already. So I will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to be all over the place, but my tank will be on display at booth 622, which is the Tank Breakers booth. Go check those guys out. They're funny as hell. I see them at all the swaps all the time. Full of energy. They're gonna be bringing about 1,000 frags. They're gonna have a huge amount of used equipment that you guys could definitely benefit from. I've actually gotten used equipment from them before, and I've gotten coral from them before, and I haven't had problems with either. So go check them out. This is the Tank Breakers banner that's going to be hanging up over their booth at Reef-A-Palooza. So just wanted to show you guys the actual sign to look for in case you do want to see what all the fuss is about. So go check them out. And swing on by, tell them I said what's up. Like them on Facebook. They'll give you a discount when you're there. Just show them that you like them on Facebook, and they'll be hooking you up. So let's just see what I have in store here for you guys. So first off, what I do the day before is I have my RODI water and I have my salt, and I start mixing. I have a bucket ready so that when I come back from the show, I have fresh salt water that's at the temperature that I want it to be at, so that I can start acclimating my coral and I can start getting ready to do the next process, which is dipping them. Like I told you guys before, I use the Bayer Complete and the Revive dip. I do that with every single coral that I put in my tank. So have your fresh water ready, have your dip ready, your containers ready. I don't use the plugs that I get from the vendors. I use my own. So have your dollar store super glue gel ready, and gets to defragging as soon as you get home, man. Just get the process going. Another great tip that I have that I've said before is bring coolers. Bring a big one, bring a little one, whatever. Don't walk around with a backpack and just shove your corals in there, because they're going to be pretty beat up by the time you get home, and they're probably going to be at the temperature that you don't want them to be at. So get yourself a nice thick cooler. Styrofoam coolers are good, whatever. You can get any cooler you want. This is a real nice thick one. It's about 1.5 inches thick. I've had my corals in here for 8 hours, and when I got home, they were still wide open. So another thing, bring your own containers. I said it before, go to the dollar store. The best thing that you're going to get, in my opinion, is one of these specimen jars from a vendor. And the reason why I think they're the best that you could get is because the lid secures tightly. Now, these things are pretty small. I always go up to a vendor and I say, hey, I have my own container. They have never said no. I have always given a vendor or a coral guy my container, and they've always put the coral that I just purchased in it. They've never said, no, you can't use yours. So bring your own container. I like to bring the containers because they're a little bit bigger, which means the corals have more room, which means they're going to have more water. Go to the dollar store and get yourself some Tupperware. The reason I like the Tupperware as well is because you can stack them in your cooler and they won't fall over. You bring a towel with you and you wrap a towel around, you weave it in and out of all the containers, and you'll be good to go. Also, a very important thing is when you're there, communicate with the vendors. Ask them where they are from. Ask them if they have a business card. You bring yourself a Ziploc container or a little photo album, or even a thing that is purposely for storing business cards. I use this Tupperware container because I got a bunch of them. When you ask them for their business card, put it in the container, put it in the container, put it in the container, and then keep it moving, right? Or you just put it in a Ziploc. But let me tell you something. I have found 3 guys that are within a half an hour, one is about 40 minutes from me, that sells coral right out of their house, and I wish I would have known they were there 2 years ago. So, ask the vendors, tons of questions. You know, they're also hobbyists as well, so they like to talk, just like we like to talk, right? So don't be afraid to just walk up to them, ask them a million questions, ask them where they're from, what do they do, they ship, can we come to their house, yada, 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 and then grab their business card. Put it in your pocket, don't lose it, you're going to need it down the road. Excuse me. Also, one of the most important things that you could do for yourself is make a grocery list. How many times have you gone to the grocery store and you were walking out the door and you were like, damn it, I forgot to get this, or I forgot to get that. So you know what you're going to look there. You know what you want. There's a couple of things that you might just say, oh, I need that. But there's something in your head that says, I specifically want to find this. I want a specific zoanthid, or I want a specific, euphyllia, whatever it may be. Make yourself a little grocery list so you don't forget to get it before you go home. You're going to be a little pissed off if you go, oh my God, it's the end of the day, it's Sunday, I'm 2 hours from home already, and I totally saw these blue zoanthids, and I've been wanting them for so long, and you forgot to get them because you didn't have your little grocery list. Just make a little list, take an old business card, write it on the back so it fits in your pocket easy. Text it to yourself on your cell phone. Have somebody text it to you. You got to have a reminder, because when you're there and there's, I would say, hundreds of thousands of frags in this one building, your brain gets a little overwhelmed with color and people talking, and you get sidetracked. So make a grocery list, get things done, and you'll be good to go. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you paid attention. I don't know. I'm not the all-knowing expert on it, but every time I do this, have your water ready before you get home. Have your dip ready. Have your glue and frag plugs ready. Make sure you have all your stuff ready for when you get home. And then, like I said before, have your grocery list for when you go. Have a cooler, a dependable cooler. Have your little container for your corals. It's definitely better to bring your own. Obviously, you don't want a little squishy bag, man. Bring a container. And that even if you don't want to ask them to put the container that you have, maybe put their bagged container in your tough container so it doesn't get crushed, right? Bring a little spot to put your business cards. Also, your grocery list. And it doesn't hurt to, have a couple snacks, maybe some waters, a cooler for refreshments in your car, because, you might want to go outside, take a breather, refocus, get a drink of some water, some Gatorade, whatever, Mountain Dew, that's my favorite. So if you really like me, bring me a bottle of Mountain Dew. So yeah, I'll be walking around all day, Saturday and Sunday. Come up, say what up, and see you guys in a couple days.